during the commercials.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm telling Art to keep his mic off during the commercial. He's trying to turn his mic on during the commercial to talk to me. That's crazy. Hey,
that wasn't on me.
Hold on. So Terry.
Yes, sir.
Wait, was my mic on during the commercials?
Yes, it was.
No, his mic was not on at all.
It wasn't. I can hear him clear as day in here.
Well, that's probably because you have great ears. So,
I've been told that. Thank you.
What is
Oh my God, what is happening?
All right, so we kind of talked about players getting vaccinated, right? Mm-hmm. And now they're getting fined for, what's the number? Is it basically 15,000?
$14,956.
They getting
stupid.
They getting taxed 15,000. That is I'm not gonna say it's ridiculous because it's their business, right? So they can do what they want to, and we're but the thing is, say the players don't get vaccinated, right? Are they really going to? I mean, honestly, 15,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But for a player who's he's steadfast on I'm not getting it, and they can talk. I mean, just take care of yourself. Be willing to be able to go in there and because right now the thing is, people who don't want to get the vaccination, that's your choice. People who want to get vaccinated, that's your choice. It's not our business what you want to do. Just if you don't get vaccinated, just make sure you're taking all the precautions to protect yourself and the people around you, right? And so,
but if you don't take the vaccination in this team sport, is it being selfish?
No, it's not being selfish.
Why not?
Why is it not? Why is it being selfish? That's
because in sports they always about the team.
And so, do they gotta go? Do they have to go get every vaccination then? Do they have to go get every vaccination?
I think you should.
I mean, listen. I'm all for people making their own decisions, but athletes, just like soldiers, get lit up with vaccinations. It happens. Here's the question.
No, they don't. Don't say that.
No.
No, you're speaking for what you
don't
know.
When you get physicals and everything, and if you missed on a shot,
no, you don't.
Okay.
It's your option.
Okay, let me ask you this.
I've done it. I've got the flu shot one time when I played, and that was it.
Okay, let me ask you a question, though, because the topic is, if someone like Tom Brady, and I've got a graphic here from a quote that said, Brady won't even use sunscreen. He doesn't want any chemicals touching his body directly or indirectly, inside or outside, so he's not going to want the vaccine, and Brady is going to think he's impervious to COVID. That comes from Chris Simmons. So my question is this. If Tom Brady doesn't take the vaccine, are they going to treat all players the same?
Yeah, it's just $15,000.
No, you forfeit a game.
Okay.
Well, if they can't reschedule it.
Right.
You forfeit a game and you don't get paid that week.
Right.
Correct.
That's more than the $15,000.
And if someone in your camp gets COVID on your team, and it's because of an unvaccinated player, they forfeit that game.
All right. So what happens if somebody who's vaccinated catches it and then gives it to a player who's not vaccinated? Is that still his fault? And that's where it gets tricky. And that's where it gets tricky.
Unless they can trace it to the vaccinated player.
These are going to be the loopholes. There's loopholes in everything. There's no, it's always gray. It's never going to be black and white. It's never going to be black and white. It's always going to be something in there that make a player or somebody in the front office say, oh, well, Tom Brady caught it, but someone on the team had already contracted it and then gave it to him. And so, they're not going to treat everyone equally. It's just what it is. That's just not what this league is. They're not going to treat a. Who can I say?
Matthew Stafford.
No. We'll say a Marshawn. Say Marshawn Lynch when he played. Versus a guy I played with in New Orleans who was a third stringer when everyone got injured named Chris Taylor. Now, you think they're going to treat Chris Taylor the same way they treat Marshawn Lynch? No, it's not going to happen. Why? Because Marshawn Lynch is a big money maker in this league. He brings in a lot of revenue. A lot of people want to see him play. A lot of people want to see Tom Brady play. Nobody is looking for, a Chris Taylor or I would say Mike Bill. They're not going to be treated the same. It's just what it is in this league. Whoever the people like, whoever's bringing the most revenue, That's who they're going to give this special treatment to, and they'll figure out a way. And they'll figure out a way.
Jumping big and bad. Will they force teams to forfeit games if too many people test positive for COVID and they can't
What's the
play?
limit?
Huh?
Now let's talk about that. What's the limit?
The limit is enough players, which the NFL, I don't know
exactly.
how many players that's going to be.
It's not black and white. That's the thing. It's not black and white.
Are they going to force teams to forfeit games?
What's the number of players they can have COVID?
I don't know that.
Exactly, because it's not black and white. These are loopholes. So until it's black and white, we don't have an answer for you. But I guarantee you that you think they're going to treat the Jacksonville Jaguars the same way they treat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. That's why they're telling you they're doing this is PR. This is PR work. You know, we
so
do
no
it,
forfeits
you know,
this year.
We do stuff because it looks nice.
You don't think
we're going to listen? We're going to bring attention to this, and we're going to do it this way. But what I'm saying sounds good. We're going to penalize people. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And a lot of people on the Lions organization are going to get the vaccination because they've been forced into it because we're not that Tampa Bay type of organization. We're not the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, we're not, you know.
I think they're going to play. I think they're going to play hardball, and I think that they are going to force teams to forfeit games if that does happen. I don't care who it is.
What's the number?
NFL is an organization
you think that, but what's the number of players that have to contract the Rona, the vid, the vid before they say, oh, we have to forfeit this game? How many players?
15 for Kansas City and 2 for the Lions. How about that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And so you don't know. There's always going to be loopholes. And so if I was a player and I wanted to get vaccinated because I felt like it was the best choice, okay, I'll do it. If I was a player and I didn't want to get vaccinated, I'm going to take every precaution to make sure I'm safe and I'm not bringing anything back to my team. And then as a player, I'm getting with the NFLPA, we need to have direct communication. We need to know exactly everything we need to know from the NFL. And that's, you know, the coaching staff front office, they need to get this information as well. They need to get this information.
And here's what the media needs to do. If they're shutting down a team and say you can't play, they need to ask and get the information. How many players were sick with COVID? Then, if it happens again, how many players were sick with COVID on the Jacksonville Jaguars? How many were sick with the Green Bay Packers? So we need a specific number so the public can understand what are the parameters. Because you're right.
Yeah.
It is a gray area. We don't know the exact numbers, but we need to find out what are the exact. In fact, you could probably ask that question now. If Roger Goodell has another press conference, how many players must be sick with COVID for them to forfeit? I want specifics.
Yeah, but that's what it is, right? And so when you want people to do, I mean, and this is just typical, and like this is typical with, you know, with institutions, industries, whatever, government, whatever, to get people to do what you want them to do, you give them scare tactics, right? And like people don't want to give up money, so how can we get players to get vaccinated? We're gonna take their money. And that's what they're going to do. And players now, like, I'm not about to lose my money. I work too hard for my money. And so they're not going to get it. Now, there's going to be some players who can afford to take that L who are steadfast on saying, I'm not going to get the vaccination. But that's them. That's not going to be everyone. Now, if they can get majority of the team to get it, that's their choice. Go get it. If the people who don't want to get vaccinated, that's their choice. Don't get it. But understand the consequences, you know. Health-wise, you know, you might have been healthy. You know, you have a lot of people say, you know, I'm healthy. You know, I have a high immune system. I can fight it. I can fight it. You know, but don't forget, you got to go home. You got to go see your wife. You got to go see your kids.
Yeah,
you got to go see your
don't
grandparents.
tell mama you're not getting paid because she doesn't take well to that.
Yeah,
I'm talking mamas means the wife. All right, what does a successful Lions season look like in 2021? I'll ask that question to former Lions player Joique Bell next here on the Woodward Sports Network.
You don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Joique Bell, Sean Belizean. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, mate. Oh, Bell's soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand. Pour that out.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network.
Yeah, this hop back into it. I see someone who tapped in to say everyone around you need to be tested as well. All right. Say you have kids and your kids are going back to school. Are they making it mandatory that all kids get vaccinated?
Well, according to the CDC, what they're doing is 5 to 12-year-olds, they are going to actually either force masks for all the kids, and they're going to, I don't know if it's a requirement, but they're somewhat forcing vaccinations. That's the latest report that I read.
It's going to end up being by school district, and most school districts in Michigan are going to say they have to wear masks.
Right.
Regardless of whether you're vaccinated or not.
Okay.
And I want to touch on the NFL. So they're going to do the same protocol as last year, where, of course, they'll try to play it on the proper day, Thursday, Sunday, Monday. If they can't, they'll put a Tuesday game or a doubleheader on Monday or a Wednesday. Yeah. Then they'll try to forfeit it. And the NFL knows how many people need to get the vaccine or need to get COVID before they cancel the game. The NFL knows this. All the camps know the exact number. They're not going to tell it to you because they don't want you to know.
Exactly.
But the NFL knows how many people have to get it. I bet you Dan Campbell right now knows.
Watch this.
He won't tell it to you, but he knows.
I want you guys to take this into consideration. I want you guys to really sit back, use your common sense, and I want you guys to really take what we're saying and just run with it. As players, they're basically forcing us, right? They're basically forcing us to get the vaccination, correct?
Yes.
We're gonna take away your game checks, and you also be fined $15,000. So basically, you're $15,000 in the red. And
they're throwing guilt on you. And you're going to cause those teammates you work with to lose a football game.
Now watch this. We're expecting full capacity at football games now, right?
I mean, that could change in certain cities.
I'm asking.
But
as of right now, did you hear that yet?
No.
No.
As of right now, yes, you are correct.
All right, well, stick right there. We're not doing hypotheticals here. We're doing real facts. Does every person in that stadium have to be vaccinated?
Buffalo, yes. Or Buffalo, you need
they do not.
No, you need a proof of a negative test. Buffalo already said they're coming out.
No, you doing like Fish. You're not answering the question. Do you have to be vaccinated to get into these games? Yes or no?
No, but you have to have a proof of a negative test, which is basically the same as getting vaccinated.
No, it's not. No, it's not. What
are
you talking about?
Vaccinated is long-term security, and the test is 10 days.
So
the fans are getting tested.
Mean you've been vaccinated.
No,
that doesn't mean you've been vaccinated. So it's not the same thing.
Everyone in the stadium, everyone in the stadium is safe. If you go to the Bills game, everyone in the stadium is safe.
So why can't we do that with players without any penalties? Because we're not penalizing the fans. They all can't come to the game. So are we penalizing the players?
Here's the difference. Fans do not work for the team. But
private
organization can set rules.
No. But one of the things they said is that they want to protect the fans, and so they want you.
Dude, they don't want to protect the fans.
But this is what I'm trying to say, Terry. Like we're going around and tiptoeing around what's really. They don't, bro. It's PR. It's PR. They don't care. They just do it because it looks good, or they're doing it because it looks good.
Here's who they want to protect.
They want to protect their bottom line. That's what they want to protect.
CBS.
Their bottom line. That's the bottom line, Terry.
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
And for the bottom line, they have to play those games. That's what they care about.
And that's what we're doing. But, people like Fish don't see it.
I just gave you answers.
No, you didn't give me an answer. You tiptoed around it.
I didn't tiptoe around it.
You didn't give me a straight answer. You gave me an answer, and then you said but.
The players are the fans do not have to be vaccinated, but they have to get a COVID test.
Once again, everything my grandmother always told me, everything a person says before the word but is bullshit. And so,
if all the fans have a negative test or vaccinated, all the fans in the stadium are safe.
But that's not what I asked you, though. That's not what I asked you. I asked you
if all the fans are vaccinated.
Do they have to be vaccinated in order to go to the game? Is that the only way they can go to the game is by being vaccinated? Yes or no?
At this point, no.
Okay, that's it. Ain't no buts, ain't no nothing. That's just what it is. So why can't we just keep the same protocol on players getting tested when they get to the facility and they have the trackers or whatever they have on their wrist, and they have to make sure they're going to work, they're going home, no extra stuff, and no penalty because they didn't do anything outside of the norm.
Because a lot of players are clowns. They're not going to follow that protocol.
But that has nothing to do. But that's their choice. And now they catch it and then do that. And then do that.
They catch it and they punish the whole team.
They punish, but that's your fault because you went outside of the guidelines. I'm not gonna force you to put something in your body that you don't want to. And that's the thing. Like they basically.
I'm sorry, that's what players do all the time. They put shit in their bodies.
No, they don't.
May not want to.
No, they don't.
Really?
It's their choice. It's their choice.
No, it's their choice.
Exactly. That's it.
No, they are forced to put stuff in their bodies
because
they shame them. Okay, whenever one of you guys gets injured, they roll you back and shoot you full of stuff. Yeah, you might say, yes, I agree to it, but you are doing it because you have to be out there on that field.
No.
The doctor...
That's your choice. When a player smashes his finger so bad, they say, you can't play anymore. And the player said, no, you cut it off. That was his choice.
Because he wants to play.
That's his choice. That's his choice.
No, it's more.
That's his choice.
It's his choice, but he is.
I don't care.
Shamed into doing it.
I don't care what. As a man, you cannot be forced to do anything you don't want to do if there's not a gun to your head.
You're right about that, but a lot of pro athletes are just sheep. They say what the team wants them to say.
Don't say that.
It is true.
Don't say
you
that.
guys say what the team wants you to say.
We call those. We call that.
It's not
a company man.
Huh?
Call him a company man. That's what you call him. You call him a company man.
A lot of times pro athletes are company men, and when you're not company men, guess what happens? You get cut, or you lose your playing time, or teams tell you to kiss their ass. You lose a paycheck. So you got to play the game.
That has nothing to do with you sitting here making a decision on what you want to put in your body. You can't be forced. I mean, that's a constitutional right. That's free will. Like, say what you want to say.
Okay,
like, you
the
can do what you want to do.
Constitution does not embrace the NFL. The NFL is a private company. The Lions are a private company, which is a franchise within the NFL.
It's a nonprofit. It is a nonprofit.
Hang on. Let me ask a question because this was brought up on the Hook the other day with you and Maz and DMAC. You were on, and they were talking about if Woodward Sports, for instance, if management came down and said, you guys all have to get the vaccine, and if you don't get it, you're getting cut. What are you doing?
I mean, off the simple, if I didn't want to get the shot, leave.
Now, see, you have the option to do that.
Exactly.
Because, and you also have the option to lose your job. Now, for me, if Woodward Sports came down and said, Art, you either get the vaccine
you already got
out.
the vaccination, so you got to worry about it.
Well, no, I mean, I've got antibodies still, but I would still get it done.
Here's the difference.
No.
Joique Bell doesn't need Woodward Sports. You do.
Right, that's the difference.
No, so you're going to get it.
Yeah, I'll do anything. But that's the difference.
But at the same time, Woodward Sports don't need me.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
But that
so
use that same logic though for the NFL.
It's the same logic.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same logic.
But where does it end? If Tom Brady says,
"Can
I'm not getting the
like,
vaccine,"
because do I think Tom Brady's gonna get the vaccine? No. But then again, he just went through all of last season. He didn't miss a game.
But here's the thing.
No. He went through the whole last. Hear me out. He went through all of last season. I don't know if he got the vaccination or not. I doubt it. I doubt he got it.
Yeah,
I strongly doubt he got the vaccine. But even if he did, like he went through all of last season and didn't miss a game.
But here's my question: and I don't mean to get conspiracy theory, but that's where my brain goes.
No, we're not going to go there.
Listen, would the NFL come out and say that Tom Brady got the vaccine knowing that he didn't, just for good PR and just to shut everybody up?
No, because he probably wouldn't go for that.
I don't know.
Well, would you let somebody lie on you?
I could see him saying...
Will you let someone lie on you?
What?
Will you let someone lie on you?
No.
If you're in Tom Brady's shoes, would you let somebody come to you and say...
If they were to tell him, hey, you either got to get the vaccine or you have to say you got the vaccine, because we've got media on our ass right now. We've got advertisers willing to pull that are so pro-vaccine.
Why does he care?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, he would make less
because
money.
for the love of the game?
What?
He would make less money if advertisers pull out.
What?
If advertisers
do you know how much money he has?
A lot of money.
Do you know how much money? He's not even the breadwinner in his family. You know, what are you talking about? He don't care about the money. You know how many pay cuts he took just to keep a team together?
But what about for the love of the game?
It's not, huh?
You don't think that he would put his pride aside for the love of the game?
His pride, it has nothing to do. Anybody, if he's in this position and he wants to get the vaccination, he's going to get it. If he's in this position and he doesn't want to get the vaccination, he's not going to get it.
But that's to me, that's bullshit, because it goes to the hierarchy of, hey, you're the janitor to the NFL. You're getting the fucking vaccine. Oh, you're Tom Brady? Oh, we can
but that's
never
what it
force
is.
you.
Because what the NFL is doing, I think they're forcing.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if they're forcing. I don't think they're forcing people.
They're recommending.
No. I'm talking about the workers who work at the practice facility.
Oh, they don't give a shit about them. They're forcing them to get it. Believe me.
Yeah, I think.
Believe me. Corey was talking about how to do interviews that you have to get the vaccine. And I respect him for putting what his political thoughts may be on it and just going and getting it. But what I'm saying is this hierarchy of, oh, you're a very important person. You can do what you want. And, oh, you're a janitor. Fuck, you get the vaccine. That's where I have a problem with.
The staff, the coaches, I know, have to get vaccinated.
But I don't agree with that. Because listen.
But what's the difference between that? Right, and what I said earlier, I said the exact same thing, but you made I said between, say, a Chris Taylor and then a Marshawn Lynch.
I didn't say anything.
I know you didn't say anything.
I was letting you two go.
Yeah.
My thing is this.
But it's the same thing, though. But it's the same thing.
But at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, I had COVID. My whole family got COVID. It was terrible. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you. But it should be my human right to decide what I want to put in my body. I'm sorry. But my choice argument.
Art, that's what we're saying here. We're not saying getting the vaccination or not getting the vaccination is wrong. That's what we're saying. It's your right, it's your decision, and you do what's best for you and your family.
And there are consequences that come with that decision that I'm willing to deal with, but it seems like on a big picture level, if you're Tom Brady, you get a pass, and I don't like that. I think it's bullshit.
I'm not saying you get a pass. They're not saying you get a pass.
Not yet.
No, not yet. They're never
Bro,
going to say that.
I just put up a graphic saying that he doesn't like sunscreen. Believe me, if he says I'm not getting the vaccine,
then he's not going to get the vaccine.
Okay.
But the thing is, just because he doesn't get the vaccine doesn't mean he's going to get penalized. The thing is, he's just going to have to follow the same protocol he had to do last year.
Isn't there a $15,000 fine if you don't get the vaccine?
No, it's only if the game gets forfeited.
If you forfeit a game.
Okay, yeah, I got you. But if his non-vaccination causes players to test positive, he should be penalized.
That's only if he catches it. But that's what I'm saying. He didn't get vaccinated last year.
Yeah.
And he didn't catch anything.
Well, nobody did.
Tom Brady could get COVID and we never know about it.
Right.
That is also correct.
Start a new career in an industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling. To learn more today, go to northwesterntech.edu.